Salute to the thinking class. If you're in the building, let me know. Let's get it started. LDA is in the building. Let's get it started right quick. Let's get it going. Salute to the thinking class. Everybody in the thinking class, you don't want to miss today's class a day, because the game is to be sold, not told. The game is to be what? Sold and not told. You don't want to miss today as we go in. Dropping down some love. Hit the like button, hit the smash button. We're going to have some house cleaning in a few minutes. Some house cleaning in a few minutes. LDA is in the building. Let's get it going. Come on. Get the likes up. And it doesn't matter if you click thumbs down, because all it shows is interaction, baby. Forget it. No, I ain't matter. Doesn't matter. Good day. What's going on? Nisha, what's going on? Sigma, what's going on? Joe Blast, what's going on? Jonathan W, what's going on? Sharice, what's going on? First Act Christiana, what's going on? Christian, what's going on? Salute to everybody all the way from what? Did I miss anybody? Dre, my dude, down to the ATL. Yoga, what's going on, baby? Get it going. Thinking class, let's go on. Master teacher LDA. Salute to the thinking class. Salute to you, True Savage. Let's get it. Come on. Gotta get that old school beat up here. Get y'all really ready for that crack-a-lackin' for this teaching today. Get the lights up. Ted is what? He's present. Let's get it. The game is to be sold and not told. Oh my God, I feel it. Y'all ain't ready for this one. Let me adjust my camera a little bit. This old school beat in the background. Popping. Respect to the panel. Respect to the thinking class. Beat. Fire. Come on. Get the likes up. You drop some bars on this one. The game is to be told, not sold. The game is to be sold, not told. Let's get it. Get it. The game is to be what? See it, Jono, coming on through. Okay, I'll send him the link. He'll be there in a few minutes. Get the likes up. Ted is everybody's in the house. Let's get it. Let's get it. Game is to be what? Yeah. I like that one. That was nice. Let's put that back. This toggle will be very interesting. Yes, there's so many ways to flip-flop it. Just get it going. We got a couple minutes and we about to get started. Do some house cleaning, then we're gonna go. Hit it. Get your Timbs on. For other people, get your Gators. Cock your hat to the side. Much love to the thinking class. And the ladies in here, hey ladies. Game is to be sold and not told. We're going to break it down this week to the last molecule. Game is to be what? Sold, baby, and not told. Get your Timbs and your Gators out. Lace up them Stacey Adams. Cock your hat to the side. Let's get this going. Salute to the thinking class. What's going on? How y'all doing out there? Feet is on point. What's going on? Thinking class. Get it. What's up? What's up? Much love, everyone. So let's get it a little bit. Let me do a little house cleaning. So what's going to happen, if you haven't noticed, everyone on Facebook who's my friend on Facebook, who's added me on Facebook, I'm going to need you. I'm going to give you a couple of days to switch to my Facebook page. That's Lawrence D. Adams, and find my page. I'm going to put a link. You need to switch to my page. Let me say that again. You like the new picture? Thank you. Thank you. I want you to switch to the new page. So with the new page, you'll be able to stream live on Facebook and not from my regular personal page, which I'm about to shut down. I got to clean up. We're going to the next level. So everything has to be in order. So everything on my personal page now is going to be done on my Lawrence D. Adams page. I'm going to get a link. It's going to be all up. It's already done. It's got to put the banner up. But we move it to a new level. And with a new level, what does that mean? That means you have new things you have to do, because we got to do things with excellence. Because I can't talk about the game if I'm not executing the game. So I want to make sure everybody's clear on that. Also, too, Patreon will be coming up soon. We're working on the back end with that. Patreon will be coming up soon. So y'all get ready for that. Do a little house cleaning, switching everything up. Salute to you, Jono. So we're going to be switching things up. So my regular page, Facebook page, everybody on there, add me. You're going to be able to add me on my Facebook. I want you to get off my regular page and go into my Facebook page. And my personal page is about to be private. Just shifting everything, cleaning everything up. So you'll still be able to watch the live streams, but you'll get more interaction on the Facebook page. You guys can add in there and talk and everything like that. So we're about to get it going. The Thinking class is getting ready to go. So we're ready to go. The other thing is Patreon. We're slowly moving towards that. So a lot of things that we talk about that we can't say on Facebook, we can't say on YouTube, will be on Patreon. I'm looking at the 3 options so we can actually live stream from there. I've seen 3 of them. So I'm looking at how we can do that and integrate both of us being up on the platform and doing it at the same time. So I'm looking at that so we can have the best experience on Patreon. Yes, you know what Patreon, you know what that means. It's going to cost you. It's going to cost you. It's going to cost you. Shout out to Jono. So I want you guys to get it. It's going to cost you to be on Patreon. I think the price is pretty much set. We want you to get in. I think it's $5 and then so much for a year. Just join it so you can get the content that we can't share on YouTube, can't share on Facebook, because we can go really deep. So I want you guys to really get that. And let's get into the topic. Y'all ready for today's topic? Let me know in the chat room. Let's get it going. Are you ready for today's topic? If you're ready for today's topic, let me know in the chat room. Y'all ready for today's topic? I realized I had to slow down. I'm talking from right here instead of right here. I went back and listened to some of the broadcasts. I'm like, slow down. Talk from my diaphragm and not from up here. So yeah, y'all ready for today's topic? Y'all ready? Let me know in the chat room. I watched that DMX funeral, man. It got to me, man. There's some good stuff, man. Made me think of New York all the way. It just made me reminisce.
It was like the DMX or Rough Riders version of what we saw with the Biggie funeral, more than 20 years ago.
Right.
But it was like, wow, all of all of New York came out. Everybody from all over the place, all the Rough Riders, even had his casket one of those Bigfoot trucks and everything. I thought that was love like you couldn't believe.
Man, that's real love, man. I'm gonna tell you what got me, man. I watched the funeral yesterday. Salute to Minister Louis Farrakhan. Salute to him. Salute to A.R. Bernard for hosting it at his church in Brooklyn. Salute to him. But what got me was, y'all pay attention. We're gonna get to the game. What got me was when his ex-wife shared her part of it, and she got to the end of her conversation, and she brought up the fiance. Dude, man, I was like, She's like, it's your turn now. I know you knew to this. You don't know what to say, but I know X loved you. Come up here and say what you got to say. Dude, that's real. To me, she's DMX's ex-wife is straight hood. I know straight. She down for you. But for her to do that, that's big, man.
You just talked about passing the baton. That was a real life passing of the baton.
Dude, man, I was like, get back up there. Because it showed her humility. It showed that no matter what, I had him at this time and you had him at this time, and we don't need to go back and forth about a man that was bigger than both of us. That's real love. That's real love. That's real love, man. I don't care what nobody said. That's how you do it. But I must go back to this, and it sort of ties into our topic today. The game is to be sold and not told, because none of that would have took place if DMX had not spent time and poured a game in both of them. None of that would have been in place if DMX had not taken the time, share the scriptures with both of them. One took longer than the other one. That's real game. That's what you're supposed to do. You should be poured inside of the woman. We're gonna get to the topic. You should be poured inside of the woman. So if you hear or not, she know how you roll.
Yeah. He was very spiritual, extremely spiritual, and he had a connection with God. Even though he still fought demons, he had a connection with God. And it's right in all right. We know that he's in a good place now because he left a lot of it in God's hands. So definitely have appreciation for his presence.
But they missed the game. He poured his life out, but he poured into the women that were close to him also. If you want to execute your game should not just because you talk about it. Your game should be executed so those around you know that you live it, but they also are mentored by what you're saying. We're going to get to the topic, man, but I'm passionate about it because it was so real this weekend, man.
Your impact should not be just 1 degree. And what the funeral proved was that his impact can go 2 or 3 degrees, which means it can go through somebody and reach somebody else. Okay, 1 degree would be, I could keep everybody in check, or with me to the next person, me to the next person, me to the next person. No, that's 1 degree. Your impact should be at least 2 to 3 degrees. And that means you should be able to impact one person, and the next person should be able to impact the next person. And you should be able to hear your voice in the third person that heard something that never even heard of your name. You should be able to hear your voice. And that's what his impact did. I think he had more like on a 4 to 5 degree level because millions of people knew him. And the only way to get to millions of people means the 6 degrees to reach everybody in the whole planet. So he had to be on the 4th degree to reach millions.
That's deep right there. I mean, I had to talk about it because, dude, that's my era.
Yeah, absolutely. That's my era too.
Come
I
on.
grew up listening to DMX.
So I want you guys to understand what we're saying right here. So that's where we go to our topic. The game is to be sold and not told. So that seems, you hear that. I know a lot of you guys heard that saying from pimps and in the movies, and there's a movie called The Game is to be sold and not told. But I don't think we go into the depth of what it really means, because it's not predicated to just a pimp game. It's predicated to life. Even some things that DMX, he paid a price to get the game that he could never tell anybody, because he was sold out for it. It's deeper than what you think.
True.
It's way deeper. And anytime you want the game, you have to pay a price. And we talked about price before, but it just hit me so hard, man. Let's dig into this. Think about it. The game is to be sold and not told. So we have an information boom of everybody sharing the game, everybody sharing what they're doing, everybody sharing knowledge, and we on information overload. But the real game is experience. When you experience, the real game is actually, how can I say it? The real game is actually felt differently when you pay a price for it.
Absolutely. When you were going to high school, a lot of times people took for granted, the education that you were getting. They offered you college prep. They offered you all these college level courses. And if you were smart, you took advantage of them. Because when you got to college and you found out how much a credit costs, you start to go back and look at how the time you had in high school could have been spent more efficiently and wisely. And that's why the game shouldn't be sold, and it is sold, is because once you find out the price you really pay for stuff, not always money, you will always appreciate what somebody gave you, but it may not be until it's taken for granted. You know what I'm saying? You take something for granted right after you find out you got to pay for it.
So that leads to what you just said about price. Until you realize that the game, we talk about here strategy, has a value. But let's go beyond just the game having a value. It talks about you having a value and your experience having a value. It is not to be told what? For nothing. So I think a lot of times you got to realize that you are of value as a person. Your experience is of value. And many times we tell too much without realizing that the people that we're telling don't know that there was a price to even give that information away, or even to live that information. That's why the game is to be sold and not told.
Yeah, we put ourselves in a lot of trouble sometimes when we ask for something without compensation. We do this in the Black community a lot. We ask people, give away your knowledge, give away your experience, give away your history, and you don't compensate the person. And what happens is you sacrifice loyalty at that point. You sacrifice presence. You almost sacrifice friendships behind it, because people will start to look at it like, wow, this is a one-sided situation. This is a one-way street. And just because you got something from somebody who's giving doesn't mean you're supposed to take advantage of them. And that's the thing. If you don't find a way to put life back into a source that fed you, or at least use the knowledge to pay forward, the cycle won't be complete. And we've been talking about the cycle for a very long time here. You got to have that cycle working. Okay. That's how the community survives. So think about that the next time you decide, oh, I need to get this knowledge. And just because they have it, it's supposed to belong to me too. No, it's not true. You're supposed to pay for it. You're supposed to pay for it with your mind, your behind.
Let's get that in the chat room. Either you're going to pay with your mind, you got to pay with your mind and your behind. Let's get that in the chat room. The game is to be sold, not told. Either that's the premise of today's lesson for this week. But either you're going to pay with your mind and your behind. Plain and simple. Get that in the chat room. Either you pay with your mind or you're behind.
I like revisiting the whole mind behind and money situation, because we know that it costs something, but we don't know what toll it is sometimes. You know, you go through a bridge, or if you go traveling, you go on the expressway. There's some expressways that have a toll, okay? You're supposed to pay the toll to be on that bridge. If you're not, it's a penalty. And what happens is when you don't pay the toll to be where you're supposed to be, instead of paying the toll like you should as a good citizen, you end up paying the penalty, which is sometimes more than the toll. Sometimes it's called a violation. Okay? Now, have you paid a violation instead of the toll? If you park on the street and you don't put a quarter in the parking meter, you could get a violation that costs 10, 20, 30 times the price of that quarter. Why would you want to set yourself up to pay more and not even get the benefit of the original success? Are you a person out here paying violations instead of your proper toll or your proper tuition, as we say in the thinking class? You don't have to pay, but you might get hit with a violation. And that violation, the universe will find a way to take it out of your pocket another way. I'm going to absorb this knowledge the right way.
You said something, man. It got me thinking. They get all this good game over here. People have been paying. Hit that Cash App, hit that super chat. And you are paying with your attention. But I'm here to tell you, there's a group of people coming who are actually in the clouds watching, who are willing to pay whatever it is to take to get this information, because their life is in such a disarray that they're willing to pay for the game instead of just being told the game.
Exactly. If your life is the same since you've been listening, you haven't absorbed it properly. You may have put, this one thing about putting money in your pocket, and another thing about putting money into your life, meaning investing in your life. And sometimes you can get a word from somebody and you can put that word in your pocket, but did you put it in your heart, and did you put it in your mind? How are you absorbing what people are literally giving to you? This is a gift. It's a platform that's being paid for here. There's time being spent. People taking time. There's literally a few hours per day put into this. Are you putting it in your pocket, or wearing it on your sleeve, or you put it in your mind and your heart?
Because at the end of the game, at the end of the day, the game is to be sold and not told. We cheat you. People cheat you if they give you the game just for free and not realizing that there's a price for the game. Now you got we can even flip it even further. If you don't even exercise what we've given you, guess what? You already paid the price already, and you're bound to come back again and repeat the class again. So you got to realize there is a price for the game. There's no way around it. It has to be sold. And let me get sort of ease back right here. You got to realize that there's value in the game that's being exercised. So it can only be sold if there's supply and demand, but if there's a calculated value perceived of the game that's being given to you. The reason why the street guys said that is because they realized what they were going to share with you was of value. Until you realize the thinking class and what we're sharing here is of value, it is to be sold and not told. You'll never appreciate the depth of what we could go and how deep we can take this, because it's a price for what we're doing. He's taking time. I'm taking time. I'm setting up. I'm up at 6 o'clock sometimes. I'm setting up memes. I'm setting up things. I'm moving pictures around. Fail. Some things happen. There is a price. And when you realize there's value, you pay. There's a difference from going to Walmart and going to Neiman Marcus. I think I went to Neiman Marcus this weekend. No, I went to Neiman Marcus. Bought an Adidas shirt. I could have got it at Walmart, but I got it at Neiman Marcus. Was at a different price point. But it was the difference of the value of going to a store with the customer service. Hi, Mr. Adams. What would you like, Mr. Adams? Boom, 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 boom. Walmart, they barely may speak to me. You got to realize with the thinking class, this is of value. This is your Neiman Marcus Saks. This is your, what's the other high-end Neiman Marcus Saks?
Saks Fifth Avenue.
Say that again?
Saks Fifth Avenue.
Saks Fifth Avenue. This is what you're getting here. If you haven't noticed, we upgraded everything. Everything is upgraded because we want you to have the most premium level of game. That's why it cannot be sold. It has to be sold and not sold. And I want you guys to get that. The game is to be sold and not told. Flip it, LDA. Flip it. That means wherever game you have, you shouldn't just be telling it. It should be a price point to it. Because everyone can't pay the price for the things that you know.
Sometimes it's like walking through a supermarket and all the prices are different for everybody for the same thing. You walk down the cereal aisle, you're seeing $2, $3. Some other people might be seeing $7. And it looks strange. It's almost like a strange looking supermarket, but that's the way information is passed. The value you place on it is what you pay. That's why there isn't a set price. That's why nobody's coming after anybody for anything. It's about what you feel your contribution is to the platform. And that's why we say it shouldn't be told. It needs to be sold, because if we notice that most people are just taking it, that's the toll part. TOLD instead of toll, TOLL. You're telling it without telling it. And what happens is that price that you pay is also an embeddedation in your mind and in your heart. And if you just sit here and accept it, you're not going to have the value. It's not going to have the value you think it's supposed to have on it. So, and it's hard for you to sell things now to other people, because if you don't put a value on things that you take inside your life, how are you going to place the value on it when you get ready to sell it to someone else?
And that's
not everybody's going to be a motivational speaker. Not everybody's going to be a upfront leader. But guess what? You tell things to your family. You tell things to your spouse. You tell things to your kids and your immediate loved ones. Is it going to be valuable? Especially if you didn't pay for it? That's that vicious cycle we're talking about.
Right. Now, we might talk about this a little bit tomorrow, because we got to go into this. We're just doing the prerequisites right now, this little touch points here and there. But we're going to talk about tomorrow why the game must be sold and not told when you're dealing in relationships. Woo! Y'all better be here tomorrow on time.
And you're going to find out why some things work for you and don't work for others.
Y'all better catch it. So y'all be here tomorrow. We're going to talk about why
there's some things that worked for me and him that will never work for you.
Whoa. Say that again.
There's some things that will work for me and you that will never work for other people. And it's because of the way we apply it. But we'll bring that up tomorrow.
Yeah, we bring it up tomorrow. Because the game is to be what? Sold and not told, baby. Y'all waiting for we're going to get deep, especially that relationship part, because y'all know that's what y'all really want. And how do I apply this to, when I'm my girl, how do I apply this to the world? You got to realize, baby, and I'm going to say it just like this. I want you to realize this, baby. I want you to realize this, baby. Every pimp knows that whatever he says is like gold. every pimp knows that whatever he says is like gold. Y'all might want to put that in the chat room. I know my religious people, salute to you. But every pimp knows that everything he says is like gold. Every pimp knows everything he says is like gold. There's a price. There is a price. And if you want it for free, you already going to have the pimp walk away from you because you didn't value what he said. I remember a story I read about this man who had in London who owned a newspaper company. And this guy was reaching out to him. He wanted to have lunch with him. He wanted to sit down and have lunch with him. Whatever I could do, can I have lunch with you? 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 I just want to get you, I want to understand how you think. He said, all right, let's meet for lunch. So they sat down. They met for lunch in a nice little restaurant, coffee. He said, so son, you sat down, you got me to lunch, you paid for lunch. I understand that. He said, so what do you want to know? So the man who owned the newspaper company wrote one sentence down and walked away. The guy was like, I thought you was going to say, he wrote one sentence down, took his coffee and left. Because he understands that one sentence can make that individual a millionaire. Just from that one sentence. He understands that the game is to be what? Sold and not told. Are you like that guy sitting at the sitting at the table with the guy, with the other guy who owns we'll call him Ted, who owns the newspaper company?
Mm-hmm. Ted Turner?
Say that again?
Ted Turner?
Yeah. Just say it was him. Are you that guy that's sitting at the table, wanting to know how this works, not realizing there's a price tag, and that one sentence from either one of us can take you to another level?
Yeah, it's not. Sometimes, and I said, I don't know if you remember me saying this, but sometimes it's not about the length, but it's the strength of the word.
Yeah. And
it doesn't have to be some long, drawn out lecture. It's got to be hard hitting, powerful. And if we get focused, trust me, we don't have to say a lot in order to get the point across. We could say everything in a timely fashion, get everybody on the same page.
Imagine how it would feel when you completely understand what it means. The game is to be sold and not told. This simple sentence can make you millions. Let me say that again. Imagine the feeling that you would feel inside when you realize that the game is to be sold and not told. That will make you millions. NLP, Eric Erickson. I think once you embrace the feeling that the game, even the game that you have is of value, and the game that we share in the thinking class is of value, you will in turn share this video with other people. Because you say, you know what you're going to say to yourself? Because I already hear you saying it. Man, there's so much value right here. I got to share it with someone else. I got to get them to subscribe. I got them to go back and listen to the playback. Because this, what Jono and Lawrence have shared, has changed my life. And it's not to be what? Sold. It's to be sold and not told. And I think once you realize that, we gonna go in tomorrow. We're gonna go in tomorrow. Y'all, this is just this. We just tiptoeing around right now, because I want you guys to get it. I want this to resonate deep within you. I want you to go to sleep tonight and think, whoa. The game is to be sold and not told. That means there's value that what they are saying. So I want you to wake up and I want you to realize that there's value in what we're saying. It's deeper. It's deeper. Just giving you street game. It's deeper than that. It's when you have that emerging feeling inside, like, wow, what I got is priceless. In the Bible, it talks about, and I'm saying the Bible, it says, do not cast your pearls before what? Swine. And baby, we ain't gonna cast no more pearls before some swine. You ain't gonna be able to do it. That's why the game is to be what? Sold and not told. We're just starting off. We're just hitting off today. Wait till tomorrow. John, are we gonna go in tomorrow about this whole?
We got plenty of material.
So I want you guys to really grasp what we're saying. We're just tiptoeing right now. We're getting you prepped. Sous chef, cutting up the bell peppers and the onions. Potatoes being cut up. But once you smell the flavor on Friday of what we're talking about, you're going to be changed into a different person, because you're going to feel the difference. Because you're going to realize the game is to what? To be sold and not told. Let's go over the comments where I can see what these guys. I know they drop some knowledge. You know they be dropping some stuff. Alfie was in the building with his. Alfie, what's going on? I see you was in the building. Either you pay with your mind, time, or behind. There you go. Keith Ledger said to the point of whenever you're good at something, never do it for free.
Yep. That's in the Batman. That's in the Batman movie, Dark Knight.
Never do it for free. That's good game right there. It's sink into your subconscious mind, no matter what. Real talk. Check in. What's going on, JB? What's going on? I see you guys. Let me get to. You only value what costs value. You only value what costs value, not what you're told or given for free. Come on, Dre. That's it. We're all different type of people. We wear the same Adidas shirt and look totally different. Right.
It's all about how you wear it.
Okay, we got that one. Okay. Their quote is like a okay, you got me on that word. Like a what? Telegram. It is broken down and viewed in numerous aspects. Okay. You got me. Every pimp knows everything he says is like gold.
That's a Don Juan in here.
Let me get Don Juan. Come on in here, brother. Charge. Every pimp knows everything he says is like gold, because he knows the value of what he's talking about. And he doesn't give it to just anyone. Salute, Mason. What's going on? Resonating deep. All right. That's
no lie. I literally I was watching his 2020 Soft White Underbelly this morning. I was just watching it.
Wow. And it was good. You got a good game. That's real talk. We all being groomed for success. Some are just one light bulb moment from being activated. That's good right there. That's good right there. Crucial game. Or whatever you're selling or we're buying. All right. Peace to the chat room. I'm going to digest and not say much more. I'm going to listen to the chat from and give their feedback. I'm writing down. Good. I'm ready. I'm already ready. I'm already ready to receive this message. There you go. Marinate that mind. That's right. Yo, what's going on, Broken Eyes? What's going on? What's going on? ATL check-in. Salute to you, brother. The game is to be sold and not told. Let me say something else. I can see y'all got me a little bit stirred up. We get that 1 minute mark. Some people telling you the game right? Some people telling you the game have not paid the price to be even telling you the game. Some people telling you the game have not been here. Let me say it the right way because I see it. Some people who are sharing the game have not paid the price for the game that they're sharing. Is that right? Yep. Some people sharing the game have not paid the price for what they're telling you. Some people sharing the game have not paid the price for the game that they're sharing to you.
Some people stole a game. Some people stole a game. Now they're trying to resell it back to you.
So like some people stole the game. Let me put that again. And trying to resell it back to you. You can always tell when the game is real because it resonates with you on a deeper level and it's come from a place of being authentic. You cannot tell either one of us about marriage because we've been married before. John was married now. You can't say anything about that. You can come in, well, you guys talking about me. Dude, until you walk down the aisle, until you see the flower girl throwing the flowers, until you stand before the woman and then you stand before the minister and be like, I do.
I've only been single. I just thought about this the other day. I've only been single 2 years out of my whole adult life. And I picked up more game during that time than most people get in a lifetime.
Whoa. Look what she said, man. I gotta stop right there. Absolutely. Telling the game and not even in it. We're gonna cover that. Go past that. I seen that. I call that dirty back and misinformation. They read that book. Shout out to ARC, Kappa Alpha Psi Incorporated. See you, bro. A freeloader mentality is stagnation waiting to happen. I know exactly what you're talking about.
You're gonna have a bunch of stagnant followers too.
That's why you need to find people that are living it for real. I can talk about being married. I can talk about being divorced. I can talk about owning a house. I can talk about losing a house. I can talk about I know we got a couple minutes. So I know we got a mark we got to beat. I can talk about. Can I go there? Can I go to the preaching doctor pastor now? Oh yeah. I can talk about French toasting a bunch of women, dipping my French toast in their syrup. I can talk about that. I can talk about them flying in from New York to Atlanta, baby. I can talk about them coming across the snow, coming from a certain part of New York into Cleveland in a snowstorm. I can talk about creeping because I've been there. And the father is coming home and I got to jump out the window. You know why? It's my story and you can't take it away. Well, Blas is the enforcer. I tell you, boy. It's the enforcer. Do you hear me? You feel the game is spiritual. You feel the game is spiritual. Correct. Because she's coming from an authentic place. They say they're not almost. I'm like broken cars sold as premium, right? Cumberland Mall, baby. I got stories from Cumberland Mall. Down the street from the Big Chicken. Don't tell me I don't know what I'm talking about, ATL. You had to live in Atlanta to know what the Big Chicken is. But we out of here. This is Lawrence D. Adams. I'm going to leave with this one quote where she says, life experience qualifies you.
I like that one.
Catch us tomorrow. We get into the game even deeper because the game is to be sold and not told. Watch who's trying to tell you the game and they ain't pay the price so it could be sold. Look at this. See that? Where's my books? Oh, I got books, baby. Got audio books. We got stuff coming out. Don't worry. But we got to end on this cool beat. Lawrence D. Adams, Jono. We're going to let the beat ride up. And we see you guys tomorrow.